Example 5. Determine the minimum time in hours it will take to complete the project below. State the critical path. In my opinion, a lot of people don't like my little box method. That's okay. I visualize it better that way. So whichever way you can identify the earlier starting time, the later starting times, the better. And we can use it to identify the critical path. So let's start by identifying the earliest starting times. So for the start is going to be zeros. To get to activity E, the earliest starting time for that is going to be 4, because 0 plus 4 gets me 4. The earliest starting time for anything from this F or G from this way, we should also put that there. So from C will be 7 and 7. For activity F here, we can either go via B, which is 3, or via this dummy activity. Remember, a dummy has a weight of 0, so that means it's going to be 7 plus 0, or 7. So we always go by the slowest predecessor, so that's going to be 7. Then for activity I, the earliest it can start will be 7 plus 4, which is 11. For activity H and for activity J, the earliest starting time will be 4 plus 5, which is 9. For activity J, the earliest starting time will either be 11 plus 3, which is 14, or, which is down via I, or 9 plus 0, which is 9. We go with the slowest predecessor, so it's going to be 14. For activity K, the slowest, the predecessor choices are either 9 plus 8, which is 17, or 14 plus 9, which is 23. We'll go with the slowest predecessor, which is 23. And then the end has only one choice, 23 plus 4, which is 27. So with the minimum time for this that it takes is 27 hours. Therefore, we can now do backwards scanning to identify which one is the critical path. So 27 take away 4 is 23. I'm going to put a little star there just to indicate that as a critical path. For activity J, 23 take away 9 is going to be 14. That's therefore a critical path. Why do I know it's a critical path? Remember that it's the fact that the earliest starting time and the latest starting time for that point are identical. From H activity, this point here, so 23 take away 8 is going to be 15. Via J, 14 take away 0 is going to be 14. For I, 14 take away 3 is 11, so that's going to be another critical path. We can probably see where the critical path is going, but may as well do the complete back scanning. For this number here, we pick whatever was the smallest out of H and J, so we can either go with 15 or 14. So for this case, it would be 14 take away 5, because it's the smallest out of these two. So 14 take away 5 gets me 9. For 6, the smallest number will be 14 take away 6, which is going to be equal to 8. So activity G here is going to be 11 take away 4, so it's going to be 7. From activity F, it's going to be 6 take away 0, so sorry, 8 take away 0, because that's the latest starting time for F. 8 take away 0 is 8. And so therefore from C, and actually we should indicate that that was critical as well. So from C, the smallest number is either out of 8 or 7 is going to be 7. So 7 take away 7 is going to be 0. From B, 8 take away 0 is, 8 take away 3 is 5. And for activity A, 9 take away 4 is also going to be 5. So our critical path is C, G, I, J, K.